All right. Welcome to the More MOBA weekly recap, or bi-weekly in this case.
It's been
episode
2 weeks.
8. I am Leviathan.
I'm Corpuson.
We're here to talk about a few of the different games, what's going on. Pretty cool week. Few weeks, but we'll just talk about the last one.
We'll talk about the last one. A couple new heroes in a few of these games.
Yeah.
Rumors of new maps.
Well, I mean, first topic, Paragon is getting a new map. Conclusive new map, which, have you seen much about it?
I haven't seen, honestly, it's been a busy week for me. I haven't seen much. What's happening in Paragon?
So they were like, okay, we increased minion movement speed. It still didn't decrease the time of the matches enough. Right. Travel speed is still a concern. We have too many heroes that are being moved into positions that we didn't want them in. Let's change the map. The map is 30% smaller. The lanes are now asymmetrical, similar to Dota and League, where this position of a tower, it doesn't exactly match this position. The lanes kind of weave a little bit as well, instead of just being, shaped like a very certain thing. But now it's kind of angled. The mid lane as well has a slight curve to it, which more jungling. More ways to
Does
gain.
it open up more jungle that way? Because
It will.
You're just squishing it, I guess. One side will always have a bigger jungle than the other side.
But I mean, the way the lanes are set up. Yeah. So yeah, just like with Dota and the lanes in Dota.
Right, Dota. Because League of Legends is pretty much symmetrical. They try to keep jungling as symmetrical as possible. But Dota, you have that off lane and you have that safe lane.
Exactly. And I was going to segue that into your Dota laning stuff. That was actually in the article. Hey, players, you're going to need to know what these mean now. What is safe lane? What is, each of these things? Why does a mid character go mid? Why does the jungler go into the jungle? Because in the past, Paragon was just kind of like, do what you want.
Right.
You've got room. You've got, now with the lanes so much smaller and with less forgiving, like if you leave your lane to go jungle and catch a harvester, well, you're going to sacrifice that EXP, and now you've got people pushing on your tower. So, pretty cool.
Yeah. I always felt like Paragon was punishing when you died, because it took so long to get back into lane.
Yeah.
Because you don't have teleport as a summoner skill. You don't have town portal scroll. You're just like, I'm going to walk back on this really, really, really big map.
Yeah, and here's the Storms maps are small enough that it doesn't come up too often.
It doesn't matter because you can mount up. Yeah, exactly. You mount up in that game. You're like, I'm there now.
So travel mode being what it is, I really do believe they said, yes, we realize some players are going to be turned off by this because it makes it more MOBA. More of a MOBA. And
that's not a problem. I like more MOBA.
It definitely, to me, increases the attractiveness of the game. I saw that and immediately went, all right,
I'll try it again.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting back. And it's not to say I stopped playing. It's just it was not as much fun. Game-wise, I love the balance. I love the characters. It just was, I got bored. Often in the games, it was, I'd be laning because I knew I needed to lane. But it was just this constant, like, okay,
Right, and if you died, like, you were just like, I want to alt-tab as my character runs all the way to the second tower. There's, like, nothing in between to see. There's no jungle. There's no nothing.
No.
It's just like you're just walking this really long road to finally be able to do something, hopefully.
Yeah. They also got some Halloween skins. Pretty cool, like, Dread
It's
Pirate.
Halloween season for a lot of these games, too.
So much fun. I love Halloween season. Overwatch Halloween has just been amazing.
Pumpkin Reaper. I'm really on the fence about that. I love playing Reaper.
I got the only one I wanted.
First.
I got Witch Mercy. That was all I wanted. Smite.
Yeah, Smite.
It was a different week for Smite. Not too much going on. I mean, obviously they sold their SPL. They sold their games going on. I apologize. I don't talk about that too much on the site anymore just because it's... I mean, if you follow it, you follow it. If you don't, you don't.
You got a slew of fantasy points last week.
I did. I got 3 levels in the past week.
Nice.
I got the Sid Vicious and the Rama Commando skin. I was pretty excited. Limited versus exclusive. So this came up this past week because the limited skins versus the exclusive skins. I can't remember exactly which one it was. Alkang's Dragon something.
It wasn't the steampunk one, right?
No,
because that's the one from the current Odyssey.
Yeah, because essentially one of his skins that was previously a limited skin.
Became an exclusive skin.
Or no, people...
okay.
It kind of like in the Odyssey right now, if you spend enough points, you can get Witch Doctor.
Right.
However, in the future, people can get her through a chest. So a lot of people are mad about that because they're like, well, I spent all this money, I want that. I want that to be me, not just like someone down the road gets this chest.
Right. Out of this random one-off chance, and I spent like this amount of money on it.
Exactly. Personally, I kind of feel like whatever, it is what it is. But a lot of the fans are very diehard about it. The head of marketing got onto Reddit, made a very good post about this is what it means. This is what all the, and they said we can do better. We'll clarify it in the future.
Right.
Make sure everybody knows.
I know a lot of the skins. Like I'm trying to think of what do they consider that Thanatos skin. I only know because of this. Remember that Allied Strong thing where they were trying to fundraise for Allied, right?
Yeah.
They were not selling, but like auctioning. One of their limited edition. I say limited edition because I don't know if it's exclusive or if it's limited or whatever it's called. Of the Archon Thanatos skin, and I think it went for $1,000, which is pricey, but I think they could do it for good. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like they can say the only time these skins come out are for special events like the Allied Strong event or during conventions or something like that.
Yeah.
But what category does that fall
like
under?
your Nox skin is exclusive. No one can ever get that again, according to their
not
rules.
Through like a chest or anything like that?
Not through the chest.
Okay. So that would fall under like the Beach Medusa, like the...
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and the whatchamacallhim that's coming out for this Odyssey event,
The Anubis, yeah.
will also be exclusive.
Okay.
Those are exclusive. You can't get those normally. Limited are, hey, you have to do this to get it, or...
It's a really, really random drop in a chest.
Yeah. It was neat. It was good to see that transparency. Very, very few companies are still doing that. Riot has done better. We'll get to them, which is encouraging to see. I think High Res has done a great job of bringing that to be a standard. Even Valve has gone kind of above and beyond recently in terms of like communication and making sure things are clear before it happens. It's cool.
It's cool. I admire it.
The Man-Bat.
Man-Bat. Exactly.
Casmotaz.
What? Kamazats. Kamazats, yeah, there we go, right? The deadly god of bats.
God of deadly bats.
No, deadly god of bats. The bats are fine. The bats are nice. He's just a deadly god.
He's deadly. He eats
the bats are just normal bats.
I haven't played him yet.
I haven't much as well. I don't typically play Assassin that much. I like Serket. You all read my like play as a god Serket. I love Serket. Outside of Serket, I don't really play a lot of Assassins.
He's interesting. So, for those of you who don't know, he's kind of built off this whole vampirism aspect of when a character dies, blood pools there. He can
drink the blood.
You drink blood. He has a few other things that make him interesting, but overall, I don't see him as terribly unique. He looks like
he seems like a terror. He seems like a very like it reminds me of like if Warwick was good or something like that. He's a very sustainy jungler because he has so much free lifesteal from everything. He has so much free lifesteal, more lifesteal than anyone can get like through just his base kit without buying items. So he can sustain himself really well, and then just proceed to just like start ganking lanes. Yeah. And then if it doesn't go well, he just flees to the jungle and just keeps like leeching off of monsters.
Yeah. He's not bad in any way, shape, or form. He's just not. I don't think he's not the type of character I like to play.
Yeah. Not at all.
As like I play Hell. Like I like to be in the middle of stuff and doing things. Like I'm a Tarasu who. Okay, I'm in the middle. I am doing everything that I want to be doing. He's very much a Loki type of character who I just don't enjoy. Where it's like jump in.
Bastet.
Yeah, I like Bastet. But I feel like even with her, she's just jump in, jump out, keeping annoying people. Okay. Which is another type of character I like to be annoying. Which Loki is annoying, don't get me wrong, but he's
definitely all in. You have to, like, once you commit. Because you either stealth in and then you're kind of like, I'm here now. Let me decoy and get out, I guess.
Yeah. So... he's good, but just we haven't done much with him yet. Dota 2, not the biggest week in the world, but two fairly interesting things.
Yeah.
True Sight documentary.
Yes.
Which, if you haven't seen it, owners of the Fall Compendium can watch it in the Compendium, or it will be in your Steam library.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Apparently, there'll be multiple episodes.
Okay.
This one
I'm going to watch it tomorrow. I haven't watched it.
You will like it. It's about Fnatic and Evil Geniuses.
Hey.
Fnatic and their addition of Demon and a couple of the other TNC players. Evil Geniuses, the addition of Crit. RTZ back.
Yeah, yeah. New Evil Geniuses.
New Evil Geniuses. You see RTZ in his boxer briefs.
Is that a plus? Like,
add that on the hey.
That was on my checklist. See a pro player in their boxer briefs.
Kappa Pride. Was the
boxer
spam.
Briefs?
Yeah, he tweeted at the same time like he was doing a viewing party. He's like, I'm done with Valve. I'm out.
Okay.
It was just it was good. It was great to see the insight, and especially you get a lot of PPD. He is just
you get a lot of PPD.
Well, you get a lot of his insight now that he's not on the team. He can speak. I don't want to say more freely, but he says more directly what he means, especially in regards to the teams. Okay. Fnatic,
he's always the mind behind Evil Geniuses.
He's just insanely smart when it comes to Dota. I can't speak beyond that. So True Sight, worth watching. Amazing.
Yeah, the free-to-play documentary is fantastic, so I can only imagine what this one brings.
Yeah, everyone was waiting for more. Compendium predictions. It's the Compendium. So this is the predictions of who will get invites. So 8 teams who is going to get invited. I put up my guesses. The only team I'm not sure about is Escape, who's currently leading the Dream League, which is insane.
Right.
And a lot of people have been saying Team Liquid, they're doing terribly. They were in last place, and they won some games today, which they had previously not won a single game. They have Miracle playing now on the team, and they could not just get the team together.
I was not impressed with Miracle in TI. In TI. He was really good beforehand, but I just feel like...
I think his play style, he's insanely good, but he needs a team that is just as good. Because he's so overbalanced. Like, I was watching him play today. His Outworld Devourer is like, he just knocks people out. But the rest of his team kept getting dismantled. And the first half of the game, it was just basically him trying to farm up enough stuff. And then the late game was them protecting him while he would kill them.
It makes sense if you have this guy who's like a god tier like Dota player. You just got to support him.
But yeah, the eHome versus Escape Gaming, I'm not sure. eHome hasn't played at all since TI. They played very well together. They dropped a couple and added a couple. So it's just not... I don't know for sure if they're going to get the invite.
Right.
I feel like Escape is proving themselves. They did well. Obviously, they only got through the wild card, played one game, and then dropped. But since then, they've done better and better and better. So
cool. That's what we have for Dota this week.
Yeah, that's it.
League of Legends. Worlds is continuing, right?
It's still going. I believe it's actually going on right now. North America is no longer in it.
TSM.
Rocks Tigers.
Rocks Tigers.
Yeah, they're kind of the fan favorites right now.
Now that TSM is gone, who do you root for?
It's not to say that it's bad at all. It's just. It's League of Legends, I apologize for those of you who are fans. It especially coming from some of the other games like Smite, Paragon, Here's the Storm. League of Legends is just so mechanical in how it's done. And watching it, you really do appreciate like the reaction speed from some of the characters, the influence of, well, I know he's going to be doing this and this and this and this. It's more like watching a chess game, which the strategy behind everything is good and the execution is amazing. But it's not as much fun to watch. Like, there aren't the wombo combos. There are some, but for the most part, ultimates the cooldowns are long enough. You have very few, like, this but led to that, led to this, led to that. And extended team fights are kind of a rarity.
I played a few games of League and I enjoyed myself.
Oh, yeah. No, and that's just it. I enjoy it. Like, every time I play, I'm having a fun time. I think the characters are insanely fun. But, I mean, you can only watch so many games of, what's his name? The new sniper robot guy that...
Jin?
Yeah, Jin. Yeah. I can only watch so
Jin
many
is so
games.
popular.
He is, because and that's the problem that they've always had, is that their new heroes are so much better than their
They're
old
like
heroes.
their kits are a little. I would say they're overtuned. They're just so different.
They're just so much better.
You're addressing like there's this box that's League of Legends. We're gonna make a new character that's outside that box to surprise the community. Then at that point, you're like, there goes balance.
Yeah, and the old characters get out of date, so then they update them.
Right.
And when they update them, then they become powerful.
Yeah, Malzahar. You know, we didn't hear about like the new reworked Malzahar being so powerful.
Well, and what's her name? The Frost Arrows and stuff like that.
Ashe,
She didn't even get reworked, but she got rebalanced, and she became super popular.
Her kit changed a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but it's you have this constant. The new character's always the best in League, and it's not bad. It just is not as much fun because it's not as diverse. And they've been doing better about updating characters frequently enough so that there's nobody left behind. I mean, Yorick took how long, but they finally got to him.
It's the difference between like League of Legends designing character. Like a lot of the balance in League of Legends is based on the character. And I always said this: the balance in Dota really revolves around the items.
Yes,
And that's what makes Dota so diverse, is because you can always counter or figure out what am I going to do to catch up via items.
Yeah.
You don't buy Raindrop every game, but some games you really need Raindrop.
yeah.
But in League of Legends, you don't, because it's like, I should have picked that other guy.
Yeah,
And now it's kind of over.
It's very League of Legends is not bad for playing, but for watching, it's not as much unknown. You know a lot of it going into the draft, like, oh, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have this character in the jungle for this many minutes, and then they're going to start doing this, and then they're going to push that. And the unknowns kind of come as, did someone make a mistake? Dota, you have more of a, well, no, they bought this item and that threw this off, and they did a 5-man smoke gank, and this happened. So I appreciate that from Dota. League of Legends, like I said, I watch it and I appreciate just how insanely tuned these players are. They, like, the reaction time on Flash. There was a game I was watching where a Braum jumped in with his ultimate, and before the ultimate had time to hit him, he was flashed out, and it was just like, that's incredible. I barely had time to register what was going on. It was like,
cool.
No, he's out. Practice mode.
Yep, practice mode is being added in. It's a little sandbox, so you can try out a few things rather than just keep resetting custom games.
Yeah, and from what I gather, I mean, it's still kind of not finished. It was just a post saying, hey, we told you we'd update you with more information when we had it. Well, here's the more information.
Okay.
We've got, you can cap levels. You can say, this is how much gold I want. This is how, the talents I want.
This isn't a custom game mode or anything like that. It's just merely to practice out skills.
Yep. Practice mode, sandbox, whatever you want to call it. It's a long time coming. Other games have had it for a long time, but it's cool. It'll be great, especially for players that want to be up and coming to kind of practice and get better.
Yeah, I can tell you, like, Dota 2 practice mode is used a lot for Invoker. So you can really practice all his combos and things like that. I don't know if there's a character like that in, like, League of Legends where you just really need to nail down. Like, Invoker is just different.
Yeah, and I mean, especially Dota, at least, you have to have it. Last hitting, denying. Learning those type of things is integral to becoming a better player.
Right.
Pulling camps, stuff like that. We're trying to learn that in a live game is going to be very hard.
No, don't ever try to do that.
No. And with League of Legends, I think it comes down to a lot of, I want a character, I want this person coming down mid lane, and I want to learn how to dodge their skill shots. So that type of stuff.
Hopefully the AI gets better, because AI is pretty awful on that game.
We'll see.
Well, moving on.
Last topic.
Yeah, actually. Last topic that we planned on.
Yeah.
Heroes of the Storm.
Here's the storm.
There's a few things. There's a recent European tournament that happened. It was really cool. A lot of people are talking about it. Not too many new hero picks or anything like that. I'm still trying to figure out why Vala is being picked and played so much. Other than that,
her rework.
What was that?
Her rework.
Yeah, slight rework, but at the same time, it's just she's not very splashy or anything like that. She's just the range auto attack girl. Heroes Brawl, or a new mode, is being added to Heroes of the Storm.
Yep.
So if you're a Blizzard fanboy like myself, just like in Hearthstone or in Overwatch,
yep.
There's going to be a new weekly game mode where they can just go crazy with rules and things like that in Heroes of the Storm. Smite already does this.
Yeah.
I don't think Smite sometimes are they're daily.
They're daily.
Yeah, like some of them last a little bit longer, but Smites are definitely, they have this rotation of just crazy game modes. Like one of my favorites was everyone's best set, and you can only use jumping cats. So it's just like piles and piles of cats chasing after everyone. That was the high res. Please keep doing that. But yeah, it's just a Heroes Brawl, so it's just crazy wacky game modes. What do you think about that?
I really like it, especially like you pointed out. Blizzard's been doing this with their games, and it really shows that that's what fans want. Overwatch, it's been greatly successful, especially this last one of the Junkrat's Revenge, or Junkenstein's Revenge. The Tavern Brawl.
Tavern Brawl, yep.
It's all Steph plays. I think this was a long time coming. I'm kind of wondering if they're going to start doing chests.
Games are so slow so fast in Heroes of the Storm already. Now you're incorporating even faster game mode. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, honestly though, that's kind of like what I want. When I'm playing Heroes of the Storm, I don't want Dota. I don't want League of Legends. Even with like Smite, I've got Arena mode, which we kind
of enjoy a little bit more than regular Smite.
I like that a lot more than Smite. And that's just it. With Heroes of the Storm, I got into this kind of, well, the longest games in Heroes of the Storm are 28 minutes. The shortest games are usually 20 minutes. So you kind of, well, in some cases.
Yeah.
But like the average game is 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
That's, to me personally, it was too long to be like, okay, let me sit down, let me get ready. But it's also too short for me to feel like I got something out of it.
Do you think that because it's a kind of cheesy game mode every week or so, it doesn't make you feel as bad when you lose in like 8 minutes? Because if you lost in a normal Heroes of the Storm match in 8 minutes, you probably feel bad about yourself.
Oh, yeah. I rage hard on Heroes of the Storm. Like I've had anger management issues over that game because I want to feel like it's a brawler, and then I also want to I want the satisfaction of like if I lose in Dota, it's like, man, well, it was a 45-minute game. There were ups and downs, and sometimes you get those terrible games. But with Heroes of the Storm, typical game, even if you lose terribly, it's still 20 minutes of pushing the lanes. This happens, and I know I'm gonna lose. Like this isn't.
It gets to a point where they're 4 levels ahead, and you're like, I have to win X amount of team fights in a row to make this worth it. It gets a little hard. Yeah,
and I mean, that's the thing. Like quick mode was like, okay, well I can, just jump in, play whatever hero I want, and then you have draft mode, which cool. That's where I felt like I'm not doing ranked. I want to play a character, and when I lost, it was like, whatever. We tried. We quick mode, I feel like should go away with Brawl. Because they still have to. I want to learn this character.
Right, exactly. I want to make sure that I can play the new character, and I think that's what quick mode is for. And speaking of new characters, Samuro, the Blade Master, has entered the Nexus.
He's pretty neat.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. You enjoy the split pushy kind of.
He's
game
not
style.
Though. After looking at him, one hit takes out his illusions from a tower. So it's just kind of like he is not meant to split push, which I was hoping for.
He's just there to juke. His micro is strong. In a game that micro isn't very strong, like for instance, Chen, right? Chen summons spirits and you're just like, attack that person.
All of you go there.
Yeah, all of you go there. Samuro allows you to do that where you're like, my clones are going to go out and then I have the choice of switching between which clone I want.
Only at level 20 though. Earlier than that, they do their own thing.
Right.
Which, it's not bad. I feel like he's going to be really good at ganking, really good at pushing a lane and then moving to another lane. Like, he is a very good, you've got it in a 3-lane map. This lane's getting pushed back. Let me come in there, push it forward, because he can disrupt things. It's hard to control him, so you kind of have to give him room. And then he can leave and go back. So I feel like that's what he's going to be strong at. But who knows?
Who knows? It'll be fun. A lot of people want that, like that Blade Master feel from Warcraft. So
yeah,
I think he's a fan favorite.
Yeah, he is, absolutely. Everybody was very excited about him. But that being said, I want to try him out. Probably, next couple days I'll give him a shot and see what I think.
I think we're gonna try out a few more things. I know. I know. I kind of want to wrap everything up, anyways. You did a review of another MOBA.
Yes.
Dead Space. No, that's a different game.
Yeah, I
It
can't
legally
remember the
cannot
name.
be Dead Space.
No, it's not. It's Fractured Space.
There you
Fractured Space. It was a great game that I believe will never see the light of anybody's day because of its transactions.
go. Okay.
The paywall. For instance, you want to play a character?
Yep.
How much do you think is fair for a small game?
I was gonna say $5, but then you said small game. Well, $5. Okay, $5.
$5. $5
That's
is
still
their
half
lowest
of
cost.
like League of Legends, and that's half of Heroes of the Storm.
Yep.
Yep.
$5 is their lowest cost. How much do you think? Okay, every god mode in Smite.
Sure.
How much do you think a game that is small and getting started? How much?
I mean,
do you,
Smite asks you to pay. So you can regularly find it at 25.
or even 15? It's gone on sale.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Normally it's 30.
Yeah.
This game it's 40.
How much is Paragon's was a lot more, but
Well, yeah, but that was also their early. Well, no, Paragon is everybody's free. That is 100%.
oh no, you got the Challenger access.
Yeah, the
things.
Challenger
Yeah,
access.
yeah.
That was its own. So, legendary skins. How much? Pulsefire Ezreal.
Pulsefire Ezreal was $20.
How
I think,
the
roughly.
the Arcanas in Dota are 29.
25 or
25.
30? Yeah, I think they're 25.
Yeah, and then when they go first on anyway, the legendary skins in this are $60.
That's a whole game.
That is a whole game.
That is a whole game of your choice.
Like they had a ship called the Leviathan. I desperately wanted to play it. I was like, I'm not dropping $7 in a game because they also do the same thing as Smite, where it's like, oh, you want to buy
Incrementally will get.
Yeah, and
Okay,
they
credit.
also, but in addition to all of this, like whatever, I can play a game. The amount of currency I earn, I'd have to play like 30 to 40 games to earn one character. Whatever. The thing that really bothered me the most was you accrue of like you can't. It's kind of like runes for League.
No,
Already not a fan.
I'm not a fan.
But you can buy packs that include crew members, including legendary crew members that are like super high.
Stop. No,
Yeah.
no one wants get your RNG out of my MOBA.
So I fully believe that this was a game, the developers made an amazing game, and the publisher said, how can we monetize this? And just gutted everything I loved about the game. It felt cool. It was fun. Flying a ship around it. I like had drone, like all these tiny little fighter ships going on. It was great.
Graphically, it looks great, right? Yeah.
I could not get over that paywall. I haven't gone back and played. No, I take it back. I played a couple more games, and I saw like the pop up of, hey, if you want to play this. I was just so frustrated by it. Another game coming. I should be doing a review. Gigantic.
Okay.
Another free weekend.
I might go back and revisit Vainglory. I'm not sure. I'm just saying, like, we're gonna figure it out, and I think we're having fun playing these MOBAs, and I hope you're having fun watching our videos.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we'll be back next week with another weekly recap. You can find us at More MOBA on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, moremoba.com. Remember that there are usually 3 lanes in a MOBA, 2 jungles, but 1 website for MOBA news. That's moremoba.com.
See ya.
Bye.